Hey everyone, welcome back to Life of Anedi. Today I'm doing a bit of rural living here in my backyard, just cutting up some vegetables. Now, let me tell you, these veggies are green and they contain so many essential vitamins and minerals to ensure a healthy living, especially for someone living with diabetes. It's really important that you incorporate as much greens as you can into your diet. So I'm just chopping them up, a rough chop. I'm not making them really small because I want to put them in a bitter leaf soup. It's one of our Akwa Ibom soups that we have here. It's called bitter leaf soup. In our dialect, it's referred to as etido, efere etido. That is bitter leaf soup. My mom just passed by. So yeah, I'm just doing a rough chop to those veggies. I pick out anything that I don't want, like probably the flowers or some stems. That's me being silly. And I just chop them up roughly. I don't want them too fine, like I said, because when you make it too fine, everything just kind of turns to mush when you cook it. And water leaf, this leaf is called water leaf, and I'll put the botanical name on the screen as well so that you can see it. So yeah, water leaf is a very soft leaf, and it's kind of like spinach in the sense that it looks really bulky and plenty, but as soon as it gets heated up, it loses all the bulk, and all the water drains out of it and everything. So if you cut it too finely, you'll have just mush, and that's not the goal. The goal for this soup is to have bits and pieces that you can still crunch on. There are other soups that demand you finely chop your water leaves, like afang soup and edikang soup. You can finely chop your water leaf for those kinds of soup, because the other leaf, the essence of chopping it finely is to soften the main leaf of the soup. I don't know if this makes sense, but yeah, that's what it is. So that's me chopping away, just doing my thing, sitting on a stool. Guys, if you're in Nigeria, you get the sitting on the stool thing. Most of our kitchens have stools, because there are times when we need to do stuff that requires us to sit. For instance, if you if you have to pound maybe yam, you need to be seated on a stool. Assume the position to help you to properly pound your yam. So yes, I'm cutting through. I'm picking out things that I don't like or don't need, impurities. This has been washed, by the way. It's been thoroughly washed. It's just that some of the stems are a bit too hard and too woody to be eaten, so you just have to take them out. Look at this one, look at that. So I take it out and I keep going. So yeah, water leaf is a highly recommended leaf for health purposes. If you're low on your vitamin C, like your vitamin C levels are low and you want a quick pick-me-up, you can make a very, very fast, easy, quick and easy, tasty water leaf soup. All you do is just like I've already said here, you just roughly chop your water leaves and then add it to your cooking broth. Your cooking broth could be made of beef. It could be made of fish. We like to use dried fish here in Nigeria. If you know anything about Nigerian cuisine, you will know that dried fish, like smoked fish, is one of the staples in Nigerian cuisine, and we use it to start our soups. So what you do is, after properly and thoroughly washing your dried fish, you put that in the pot, add in seasoning of your choice, spice of your choice, a teeny weeny bit of water, because water leaf is really, really, as the name implies, full of water. So you don't want your soup flowing like the ocean. Just a teeny bit of water, and bring that to a very good boil. You can add in your proteins of your choice. Like I said, you have the smoked fish, we have the periwinkles, seafood, shell food, and you can add your beef. And beef really in Nigerian cuisine is popular. I would say the most popular protein for cooking soups, because it really, taste wise, it blends really well with a wide variety of soups. I don't think there's any soup that doesn't, pair really well with the taste of beef. So beef is one of the most popular proteins in Nigerian cuisine. So whatever it is, you have your proteins, and then you bring that to a good boil. You throw in the desired amount of palm oil, which is another major staple in Nigerian cuisines for soups in particular. You add in your palm oil, bring that to a boil, everything combines nicely. Your blended crayfish is also added in for taste. You can add in your stockfish for taste, and like I mentioned earlier, other spices that contribute to great tasting soups and dishes in our cuisine. And then when everything is at that high boiling point is when you introduce your greens, and you don't leave it on for too long, otherwise it's just gonna it's just gonna be overcooked. You still want that fresh greenness and to come through when you make your greens. It's a very, very healthy food source. This, everyone knows this, but people tend to underrate greens. It's such a healthy food source. I've seen mouth sores disappear with just one serving of Waterleaf soup. You take it and it disappears. It improves colds. It just boosts your immune system, really. So this is a go-to vegetable for Nigerians. It's a scarce commodity for those living in the cities like Lagos, where everywhere is kind of occupied. The buildings everywhere. I think Lagos has fast become a concrete jungle. There are hardly any trees in all these new estates, so it becomes really tough to keep up with your daily recommended, doses, or will I call it doses, of vegetables. So they tend to buy things like this really, really expensively. Like the cost of these greens are so expensive, and this particular leaf I'm cutting here is so easy to grow. Like you just grow it around your house. Like the one I'm cutting now, we literally picked from our backyard, and it's a great source of health. The only thing that I'm still trying to figure out how it could be done is if it would be possible to eat this leaf raw, like as in a salad. The one quality of the water leaf that probably would make it a bit difficult to eat raw is that it has a certain viscosity to it. Some people like to squeeze out, the sliminess, that viscosity out of it. I'm just putting it away in my bowl to make room for the next batch that I'm about to chop up. So yeah, some people like to squeeze out the viscosity from the water leaves because they say it's too slimy and they don't, want that. But I do not squeeze mine. I think it's fine, and the viscosity is, as far as I'm concerned, where the minerals and nutrients are. So I cook it like that. But to eat it raw in a salad, I guess, would be rather difficult. So yeah, I'm just packing it away, taking out some stems that I don't need, and I'm going to get down to business, chopping up the others. So I'm going to speed this up because I think I've said what I want to say. That's my water leaf there. So enjoy me chop up the next batch as I speed up this segment of the video. So that's it, guys. I've come to the end of my vegetable chopping video. Please give this video a thumbs up, leave your comments in the comment section below, and subscribe to this channel. We're still a very, very, very small channel, and I'm counting on your support to help us grow. Let me know what you'd like to see more of on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and until I see you in my next one, it's bye.